Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and today I'm asking myself the question, can a single duplicant destroy Demolior all alone? This is the asteroid I chose for this mission, and to make it interesting, game settings are on the max. I am allowing teleportation, though I may or may not use it. For Demolior impact, we're going from 200 cycles down to 100. Can a single duplicant do this? So here is my one dupe that's going to try to take on Demolier. I decided to put all my interest into science, not for the research and ability, but more for the skill leveling. They're a loner, so that means they're going to get a +4 to attribute bonus, because it's just them. I'm not good at artwork, that's not going to be a problem. Ugly Crier and super productive. Name of the colony is Demolior alone. Let's do this. Just before I begin, let's have a quick look around at the asteroid. We've got a little bit of liquid in here. We've got some critters, and just curious what we get for geysers. May not even actually use any of those. Alright, I'll get started with the plan. First action is to do some digging. Just before that though, let me disable disinfect. Let's go to the schedule and say we don't need a break. Let's start this thing. Alright, so this is giving us some building material. We're going to want to have a barracks in the latrine. Digging up and down. Actually, one of the things that we don't have is metal, so maybe I'll make a plan for that. Installing a short little ladder and making a path over here to get a little bit of this nickel ore. That's going to allow me to make some doors. Here's my plan for barracks on the latrine. We've got 2 doors. We'll have an outhouse. I'm actually going to put in a second outhouse just in case this gets clogged up, which it will at some point. Okay, nice step there. Put in our second outhouse right there. Put up these tiles. I want to avoid getting sick, so we'll get this done first, but I want to get a little bit of water so we can wash our hands in the wash basin. As soon as this is big enough, oh, we've got our barracks, and I guess, oh yeah, we need that door for our latrine. Let's just open that up and verify that is a latrine, yes. Next thing I do is set out to get a pitcher pump built. That may not be this cycle. Alright, first cycle down. Welcome to cycle 2. So the outhouse gets used. And we're out to build a pitcher pump right here. And then we'll start building a ladder both up and down. We've got our ladder further up. Down here I have a research portal I'd like to get access to. So opening this up. Let's go see what we are up against. So Demolior coming to destroy us. And can I take this on alone? We've got 98.4 cycles until impact, unless we can shoot this thing down. Alright then. So after this stressful news, I decided to stuff my face with food. My plan is to get a laboratory here. Now, one of the things I want to focus on, I've got a light source, so it's nice for a laboratory from that, but I'm more concerned about dirt, because dirt is needed in the research station. So this is what I'm thinking. What if I dig out a bunch of dirt here, and we'll get that to fall down onto our research station. Alright, that is cycle 2. Welcome to cycle 3. Let me just spin this around before I forget. Now going back at this plan of getting dirt to fall down on a research station. Let me just interrupt myself. Okay, take that out. Get that down to fall. Get maybe that as well. If I don't know if I can hold on. Maybe if I do this first. Excellent. And then let's take this out. I want to dig underneath plants since digging plants themselves take longer. All right. Let's think about how we're going to do this. I'm going to start digging along here, getting myself trapped temporarily. And let's just kind of... Okay, early in the cycle, so if I do get trapped, I should be able to dig myself out. Okay, yeah, that's fixable. There we go. Let's continue digging along. Taking all this dirt down with us. But let's just make sure. Oh yeah, that would have been fine. Right, take this out next, avoiding the plants themselves. Oh, and I guess you need to get down. Let's do this. Nearly there. Try to leave the oxylite alone. Not a huge value. So I want to get a ceiling here, but I want to do that after the dirt falls down. So actually maybe we do have to get rid of the oxylite. Do this. Now we've got a printing pod, but this is a one dupe mission, so we'll be leaving that alone. And just a reminder, I don't have any gifts. Oh, we missed this there. Shoot. Actually, that's fine. All I need to do is this. Maybe we'll put that there and take this out. Getting that nice dirt to fall down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's get ourselves unstuck. There we are. So I'm just going to do a little bit of clearing out here. Then I'll make a plan, make sure we've got enough metal. We do. Let's put in a door here and here. Put in a tile right there. That may be as far as we get for cycle 3. And we're starting cycle 4. So we're going to want to make a laboratory. Maybe put in a door there. To finish that off, 2 research stations, a light source, power production area going in down here. Curious if we're going to need algae with only a single dupe and oxylite. I feel like we might for oxygen production, but we'll see. A little break for food. Now we've got a mechanism to make some power. Charging up our first battery. And installing some wiring. Then I'm going... Oh, we are short metal. Oh, okay. Fair enough. On the hunt for a little bit of metal to complete our laboratory. Right, verify that is a laboratory. Now I have to decide what I want to research first. After a little bit of consideration, I decided to go after internal combustion first. Reason for that is I want to try to minimize the amount of time on the manual generator. We've got lots of peat, so should be able to turn that into energy. I'll be back when that research is complete. Made progress on research, and that's cycle 4. Enjoying the fact that it's easy to pick up dirt on the floor to reload this thing, that we have to go down to the manual generator to make some power. This is what I'm essentially trying to avoid having to do. And then after that, now I'm concerned about the carbon dioxide that we're going to be producing in our power plant. So we're going to go down and open this area now where there isn't a lot of carbon dioxide rather than doing it later. I'm also going to twist my ladder to the side just in case I decide I want to have a nature reserve. Haven't decided if that's going to make sense. Constructing a ladder going down and opening into this direction. Kind of want to make this a carbon dioxide pit. A little bit of calories to gather down here as well. May not actually build up nearly as much carbon dioxide as I'm thinking, because we only have a single dupe. Oh, but the peat burners. Yeah. So we'll open this up. Maybe go over here more for the buried objects. Again, easier to do this now than when this area is filled with carbon dioxide. So cycle 6, I'm aiming to get a peat burner and some jumbo batteries in down here. I know that the peat burner outputs a little bit of polluted water, so I'm making a tile here just to prevent that from overflowing. One thing I'll probably want is automation to be able to turn this guy on and off, as I need to charge up jumbo batteries down here. Starting to install some wiring. I think at this point I might actually disable our manual generator. Hopefully that will no longer be needed. Thing I don't want to be in a situation where at night maybe we'll delay this, because I don't want to be asleep when I want to have to turn this guy off. So we're at cycle 7, and this is where I have to decide where my skill's gonna go. I am advanced research or hard digging. I think digging, and that may limit what I can research over the next little bit. But the reason for that is, well, we've got to go through granite. At some point, I've got to get out of this zone and get up to this guy. Let's make a priority, maybe getting this built so we can charge up some batteries, and I can give the signal to turn this off once these jumbo batteries are charged up. So our first peat burner. Should be lots of peat around, so I don't think that's going to be a problem getting that filled. So there's that polluted water. Okay, maybe we'll leave that alone. In fact, maybe I set this up to approach from down here, such that I don't get my feet wet in the future. Still concerned about the carbon dioxide that this guy is going to give out. I think we can disable that building. So we'll continue digging down. So that is some jumbo batteries charged up without having to be on the manual generator. That's nice. Realizing morale may be a bit of an issue, so we're giving meal preparation research a go here. So we're having an issue where, yeah, I've signed a skill that the dude wasn't interested in. Didn't really consider the consequences there. So let's get researching, see if we can improve things for morale. With the ability to get a mess hall, putting that right here. Considering whether a great hall is going to make sense right after, or we should delay. Maybe make that a priority, getting this built. Nearly have a mess hall. I'm kind of regretting the fact that I didn't get the ability to use the supercomputer instead. Really like to get the access to the smoker. Plus, stressing my dupe out may not be super great. Though the consequence of being stressed out is an ugly crier. Oh, what happened? Reflecting for a moment and a little bit concerned we might be focusing on the wrong things. Okay, we got a basic base set up. It's nice to have all this stuff, but we really got to get exploring. So we'll go up. Let's get a ladder going up in this direction. Oh, now I'm giving my attention down here. Let's not focus on that for the moment. Where are we with calories? 23,000. So we need 2,000 calories every day to survive. But, well, if we want to get to Demolior down, we need to get up here. Interesting that it is sleeping time now. which is not jiving with the schedule. Wonder if I need an extra hour. Constructing some ladders as we make our way up. Stress is definitely starting to show. Maybe open this up to get both access to food and a little bit of oxygen over here. Maybe there as well. We are about to reach as far as we can go for right now. Trying the mess hall out. Hopefully that improves morale enough to reduce stress ultimately. Definitely regretting not getting the supercomputer usage. I think. Okay, now that we're up here, we can just complete the ladder as far as we can go. And then we'll have to get up to another project. Cycle 11. Now that we reach the top, we got to start exploring. I want access to Seacomb. Maybe get access to this guy as well. So we'll go over in this direction. We'll go over in this direction. We'll see what there is to see. Meteor shower time on top of our little asteroid. Continuing to make our way out over here. This is ocean biome. So at this point, I wouldn't be able to do this if I had didn't have the ability to go through granite. So I don't know. Maybe it's not the wrong decision to get that ability. Okay. Oh, I was just about to back off until I see gold amalgam. Okay, let's now that I know that that's the place, let's make a plan. So my thinking is, let's approach this from over here. This may be an area I go back to several times, so we'll make it a little bit shorter, but more about the oxygen flow. Cycle 12, cutting through all these tiles, and we're not looking super happy. So recognizing now that I can't go through abyssalite. Actually, maybe it is good I got the ability to dig through granite. So that I'll be able to get to go through abyssalite. Some bleach stone here, want to be careful with that. But yeah, putting all my interest into research and skill leveling, maybe that was smart, so that I'll get my skills a little bit earlier. Let's do this. Let's do a dig right here. And I'll control bleach stone. Okay, let's go over here. Take these two guys out. Smash and smash that. Oh, okay, covered that up. So I want to take the bleach stone. Let's throw that down into this liquid so that we don't get too much chlorine. Relocate that over here. High priority. Yeah, didn't get a chance to look around. Oh, more gold amalgam. That's a good sign. Polluted water. Get out as far as we can over here. So I've spotted some Seacomb over here. Plus a little bit of Seacomb over here. We're waiting for me to be able to get the ability to go through abyssalite. So what I'm going to do next is open up this area to create a farm spot for the Seacomb once we get access to it. This is going to be a bit of a stress-inducing task with getting wet, but you know what? We're just going to power through it. So I think we've got our water area to be able to grow some of this. So here is our Seacomb farm. Going to create some farm tiles. Let's not trap ourselves in this spot. Okay, if I could get this built first, that may prevent me from going down there. And might as well mop up down there. And as soon as we get our sea comb, they're being planted here and here. So I'm at this point where we can't really go any further until I get the ability to go through Abyssalite. So decided to research a rock crusher and then ultimately automation so we can automate a few things. Now putting in our rock crusher so we can make a little bit of metal. Oh, and we've got the ability to go through Abyssalite. Okay, so going to make this a priority. I'll just have to figure out which one's a little bit closer. Decided to approach this side first. Here we are cutting through some Abyssalite. Gotta avoid some of this obsidian, which we can't cut through just yet. Look at the oxygen situation. Oh, it's actually pretty good. Lots of random trips are happening back and forth to the mess table to find some food. So I'm going to actually give myself some downtime. This might help with stress too. Give 3 hours just to collect enough food and sit down there. Find some rest. Hopefully there'll be less interruptions because the work area is getting further away. This is one of those cases where food, yeah, that's essentially the problem. So we're going to knock out some of these algae. That's going to send some seeds flying down. Take this out as well. Let's make this a priority since we're in the area. Maybe I should go to priorities, configure, enable proximity. And then finally this one right here. Oh, okay, easy to fix that, but now we can click over here, go to Seacomb, and start growing some of this stuff. Maybe I should indicate that that should be the priority. Outhouse needs to be unclogged. Thankfully, I created a second one. Do not seem to be putting in our seeds here. I wonder if I have to approach this from the bottom. I assumed that I was able to plant this like this, but if I take that, do a dig right there, make that a priority. Oh, that's, I didn't notice that was a priority F6. I see, I did the multi-select, whoops. Let's just see, maybe that's not necessary. Will I plant supplying farming materials? There we go. Here we go. Okay, so picking up some seeds. Making our way to the farm tiles. There. So Seacomb growing some of that polluted dirt that we have access going into it. Excellent. A little bit more Seacomb. Let's extend this a little bit more. Could get away with doing this. Cycle 18, and we have 10,000 calories. That means 5 cycles left of food. Do I do anything about that, or do I go after more Seacomb? Obviously choosing Seacomb. Maybe we should rummage through these guys as well. So that's some Seacomb falling down. Oh, and yeah, I see. We're having a bit of it. Decided to drop that seed. Hold on. Didn't I cancel? Oh, cancel doesn't work. Oh, I see. Okay, let's cancel that way. That should get me to drop the seed. There we go. And I see a snazzy suit here. Let's put that on. relocate onto myself. There we are. Some seco. Now I need to get a path down. Oh, there's some polluted dirt. That might be important too. Let's go down here. Dig that out. Going to harvest. Oh. Oh, and that wasn't the sea comb. That was something else. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so now that I've got that, let's go back to planting this across like that. Maybe put in another one of these right there. Open that like that. Some of these new ones a priority as well. Whoops. Picking up the final seacomb seed and having that planted right here. Okay, I think I need to focus on food. We are at 9,000 calories. Bringing a path up here to look for some buried objects. I see one over here as well. So currently at 9,000, we'll see where we get after digging around here. Rock crusher going in. Might ask, oh, let's enable this. Make that a priority building. It's going to charge up some battery or power down here. Make a little bit of nickel for first little bit of automation. Currently up to 15,000 calories, so that's something. And the next skill point, I think, is going to be the ability to get a supercomputer. Put that right over here. I think that's going to be enough for power for the moment. So that gets shut off. So now we are in the world of automation, or will be soon, with a little bit of metal. I'm going, oh, should turn this light on. We'll install our first lighting here. Actually, I don't think the rock crusher is going to be used all that much. So maybe I won't automate that. What I do want to automate is this guy right here. That would be very nice. So I can always manually turn this light off when I'm not making metal. Of course, that might be enough metal actually. How much did I ask for? Okay, and now I'll be able to enable this building itself. Watch these batteries go up, and I'll be able to click that off. Excellent. So we made one thing better, and I realized we've got a problem. We are out of polluted dirt. Right. Okay, so fortunately there is a little bit over here. I'm going to install. We can't go through this obsidian, but we'll create this ladder here so I can go down, pick it up. We'll see if that's going to be enough. A little bit more over here. Find out later whether that's going to be necessary or not. Stress 95%. Open up that and that. Time to have a little cry. I'm realizing that the crying isn't just about making things look terrible. There's no one else to look terrible. I think that's one of the consequences of this, I believe. Ugly crying. Or maybe not. But I think, oh, does that produce water? Didn't know that. Sorry, kind of already disappeared. But it's the time waste. Was not expecting that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, indeed. Okay, stress down to 63. I've got to address this then. So a little bit of polluted dirt was found, but there's a lot more over here. Let's make this a priority. If it's not already. Where are we with calories? 15,000. Maybe we should prioritize delivering some polluted dirt. The back and forth in this area is getting to be a little concerning, so I might actually unensign this. It's going to lower morale, but I mean, we're stressed out anyways. I'd rather the dupe to be able to pick up food and eat it in the location where they sit. Did you just get stung? Oh, you did. Okay, so we're loading this, but really, higher priority should lower that back to 5. Let's up that to 6. Cycle 23, I see this first seacomb leaf and the second falling down there. Alright, so putting polluted dirt in here. We'll go collect some more polluted dirt from what we found over here. A little bit of gathering. I think I'm going to call it here for today. So, what have we done? We've got the ability to go through Abyssalite. Next time, I'll be able to go up here to visit the Meteor Blaster. But we, importantly, are growing some seacomb. We'll see if that's going to be enough to make this happen. We've been digging out our own food. Main thing I'm watching right now is my skill point. I'm getting a little close to being able to get another one of those. That's thanks to the fact that we're interested in researching and skill leveling. But yeah, I want to get, I'm going to start doing a research right now on the supercomputer. So that'll begin. And hopefully I'll be able to find a way to make all this work. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you next time.